In the ancient land of Egypt, far beneath the shimmering sands and the golden palaces of kings, lay a place of silence and despair. Here, within the cold, limestone walls of the king's prison, a young man named Joseph sat in the heavy, suffocating shadows. Betrayed by his own flesh and blood, sold into the hands of strangers, and then falsely accused of a crime he did not commit, he had every reason to lose hope. He was a man forgotten by the world, cast away into the darkness. But even in the deepest pit, the darkness could not hide him from the divine. A single beam of heavenly light pierced through the high, barred window, a reminder that he was never truly alone. The Lord was with him, even in the dungeon. Joseph did not let bitterness consume his soul. Instead, he reached out to those around him. He shared his meager portions and offered words of comfort to those who had lost all hope. His character shone brighter than his circumstances. The warden of the prison watched Joseph closely. He saw a man who moved with integrity and a strange, quiet confidence. Soon, Joseph was given charge over all the prisoners, for everything he did was touched by grace and wisdom. Even in captivity, Joseph became a leader. He organized the daily tasks, cared for the sick, and maintained order in a place of chaos. He was preparing for a destiny far greater than he could yet imagine. Dreams began to haunt the men within those walls. Strange visions of wheat and stars, of cups and birds. Joseph listened to their tales, for he knew that interpretations belonged to God alone. He spoke the truth, even when it was hard. One man was restored, while another was lost, just as Joseph had foretold. "Remember me," Joseph had pleaded, "when it goes well with you." But as the months turned into years, he remained forgotten. The shadows moved across the floor, marking the slow passage of time. 2 full years passed in silence. Yet Joseph continued to pray. He understood that being forgotten by men is not the same as being forgotten by the Creator. His faith was being refined in the furnace of patience, becoming as pure as gold. Then, in a single night, the highest power in the land was troubled. Pharaoh had dreams that no magician or wise man could interpret. The memory of the prisoner was finally stirred. The heavy footsteps of the royal guard echoed through the dungeon. The king's command was urgent. Joseph was rushed from the darkness into the light of the palace. He walked through corridors of gold and marble, a stark contrast to the stone and dust he had known for so long. His moment had arrived. In an instant, the transformation began. The grime of the pit was washed away. The rugged beard was shaved, and the messy hair was cut. The symbols of his suffering were stripped off, replaced by the finest linen of the royal house. The prisoner was gone. Standing in his place was a man of stature, poise, and divine authority. What took years of pain was changed in a single heartbeat. The transformation was complete, both inside and out. Joseph stood before Pharaoh, not as a slave, but as a messenger of the Almighty. He interpreted the dreams of the 7 years of plenty and the 7 years of famine. Pharaoh saw that the Spirit of God was within this man. He spoke of wisdom and preparation. 7 years of overflowing grain would be followed by 7 years of bitter drought. Egypt would be the only hope for a hungry world, but only if they acted with foresight and diligence. Pharaoh took the signet ring from his own finger and placed it on Joseph's hand. He hung a heavy gold chain around his neck and declared, "I am Pharaoh, but without your word, no man shall lift a hand or foot in all the land of Egypt." From the lowest pit to the highest chariot, the journey was complete. Joseph rode through the streets of the city as the second most powerful man on earth. The crowds cheered for the one who had come to save them from the coming storm. Joseph looked out over the vast landscape, realizing that every moment of betrayal and every year in the dark was part of a divine masterpiece. What was meant for evil, God had turned into purpose. Faithfulness had found its reward.